brutal worlds, one shared question: how far would you go to survive? From Squid Game's deadly playgrounds to the Belko Experiment's cutthroat corporate battle royale, these stories challenge the limits of morality, humanity, and survival instincts. This review contains spoilers for Squid Game Seasons 1 and 2 and the Belko Experiment. Proceed with caution, if you dare. Today, we're diving into two gripping stories of survival where morality is tested, alliances crumble, and the thin veneer of civility is stripped away. Netflix's global hit Squid Game, directed by Hwang Dong-hyuk, and the corporate horror thriller The Belko Experiment, directed by Greg McLean, share a chilling theme. The true monster is desperation. These tales aren't just about survival. They're about the choices we make when survival is on the line. Let's start with Squid Game, the series that broke records and became a global phenomenon. Directed by Hwang Dong-hyuk, Squid Game premiered in 2021, generating an estimated $900 million in impact value for Netflix, with an all-star cast, including Lee Jung-jae as Song Gi-hun and Park Hae-soo as Cho Sang-woo. This survival drama captivated audiences with its mix of heart-wrenching storytelling and social critique. The story follows 456 financially desperate contestants lured into a deadly series of children's games, where the winner walks away with 45.6 billion won. But for everyone else, failure means death. Now, let's turn to the Belko Experiment. Released in 2016 and written by James Gunn, this corporate survival thriller grossed $11.1 million on a $5 million budget. Directed by Greg McLean, it stars John Gallagher Jr., Tony Goldwyn, and Adria Arjona. In this high-rise office in Bogota, Colombia, 80 employees are trapped and forced to follow a series of brutal commands. What starts as a psychological thriller quickly spirals into a gory battle royale. At their core, Squid Game and the Belko Experiment share a chilling premise. What happens when people are pushed to their limits? Both stories pit individuals against each other in life-or-death scenarios, stripping away societal norms to expose raw human behavior. But where Squid Game unfolds in a dystopian, neon-soaked playground with a critique of class inequality, the Belko Experiment confines its horror to a sterile corporate setting, forcing us to question the ethics of capitalism and workplace dynamics. In Squid Game, Lee Jung-jae delivers a heartfelt performance as Song Gi-hun, a desperate father who retains his humanity in the face of unspeakable odds. Park Hae-soo's portrayal of Cho Sang-woo, a morally ambiguous character, adds depth to the story. Meanwhile, the Belko Experiment shines through Tony Goldwyn's chilling portrayal of a corporate executive willing to do whatever it takes to survive. John Gallagher Jr. balances vulnerability and strength as he fights to retain his morality. Hwang Dong-hyuk's Squid Game uses vivid visuals and layered characters to critique the societal systems that perpetuate inequality. Greg McLean's Belko Experiment opts for a more visceral approach, turning the corporate ladder into a literal death trap. Both directors immerse us in environments that feel unsettlingly familiar yet terrifyingly alien. Squid Game rewards observant viewers with foreshadowing hidden in plain sight, like the illustrations of the games on the dormitory walls. In the Belko Experiment, the corporate slogan, "Business without boundaries," doubles as a chilling metaphor for the film's descent into chaos. Squid Game became a cultural touchstone, sparking global discussions on wealth disparity and the human cost of systemic inequality. While the Belko Experiment flew under the radar, it remains a sharp critique of corporate ethics and power structures. Both Squid Game and the Belko Experiment ask the same haunting question: what is humanity worth when survival is on the line? These stories aren't just about blood and violence. They're mirrors reflecting the flaws in the systems we live by. In the end, survival is never just about who lives. It's about the cost of staying alive.